Ayo friendos, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am super excited because I got the Divine Rose one for a steal. Check her out, friendos.
Ooh, shiny.
This gorgeous color story is what's on my eyes right now. And in today's video, I show you exactly how I did this look and I give you my thoughts on this palette throughout using it and my final thoughts at the end. If you like Pat McGrath cosmetics, friendos, and you are looking for a place where we talk about it quite often, then subscribe! Then I invite you to subscribe. We always have a great time here discussing all the products. Okay, everyone ready for this? Just stay tuned. So friendos, did you all get in on that lab team love glitch or whatever it was? In addition to this, in another order, I actually purchased blush. So we're gonna try that out in a later video whenever that gets here. What's interesting is my sister and I ordered, of course, 2 different orders, but on the same night, and she still has no like shipping confirmation on hers. It's wild. So if you did pick up something during the sale, please do let me know. All right, so as per usual, we have 10 shades in this palette. It's definitely one of the most feminine color stories that Pat McGrath has ever done, but it's also one of the most boring ones in my opinion. Still though, I think we ought to try it out, do a look with it, see if the quality is there. I think I only paid around $50 for this palette. I know, crazy, because it's normally $125. So for 50 some dollars, I'm more than willing to try this palette out. So let's get going. For my crease, I'm gonna go in with the Lilac Mauve shade. I'm using a really cheap Sephora brush right now. It is from their Boba Tea collection, and this is the crease brush. That went down very pigmented, and it's blending out nicely, I am happy to say. Then on my NJC E06, I'm gonna go in with the darkest, most matte shade in the palette. It looks somewhere in between a mauve and a brown. Now, this one is not as smooth as the other one. It's not bad, but it's definitely a little bit more work to blend out than the initial shade that we just tried. Then on my LR008, I'm going to go in with this pinky mauve shade, and this is in a satin finish. And I'm just going to go a little bit to the side and above where I just laid my crease shade. And I know some of us can be a little bit iffy about using something that's slightly shimmery in the crease. Let me tell you guys, Pat McGrath is one of those brands where you can literally put anything in the crease and it's gonna look good 95% of the time. Especially her satin shades, they really do just sheer out beautifully and they don't look like, oh my gosh, satin, satin, satin. They really do translate to more of a matte when you put them in the crease and above. You guys see? And I'm still in dire need of doing my eyebrows, so I plan on doing that this weekend. Now, friendos, I'm going to do a little bit of detail work, mainly just because I want to try out this shade, but I keep saying the word mauve, but it does just kind of all translate mauve. The taupey mauve glittery shade in the bottom here. Now, this isn't a Blitz Astral shade. This isn't the super metallic sparkly shade. This is just one of the like okay sparkly shades. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about because we will be using a Blitz Astral before the end of this. I know most of y'all know though, a lot of you guys are Pat McGrath fans yourselves and already own a Mothership palette. But for those of you who don't, this is not the like amazing shades that everyone talks about. One thing's for sure, I've gotten 0 fallout since starting this look. Next up on the same brush, we're gonna go in with the duochrome shade. It kind of translates between a pink and a gold. It's slightly orange. It's really what makes this palette, I want to say interesting, but I mean, the color story still isn't that interesting, but this is the stunner of the palette for sure. So my preliminary thoughts is this shade is gorgeous. It is a little bit light and slightly buildable. Like, I don't mean like, it's not as buildable as the Natasha Denona pastel palette colors, like most of them. It's a little bit bolder than that, but I'm still gonna go in and spray my brush because I wanna see just how impactful this shadow can be. And then for my inner corner shade, I'm going to choose the gold one today. And this just looks like molten metal. I'm going to spray it because I actually don't feel like I'm getting a lot on my brush. This is a Rephr 03. Rephrs are very, very soft and they're not as good at picking up product as something that is laser cut and has that blunt end. These are extremely soft, so sometimes spraying your brush will help out. Rephrs are still one of my favorite brushes, you guys. Even though I say it's harder to pick up product in your pan, nothing will get your blend better than a Rephr. So they have a sale going on right now, and I believe the entire site is like 40% off. So if you've been sleeping on Rephr and you want to try them out, now is a very good time to do so. And unfortunately, friendos, I'm a little pushed for time today. So what I'm going to do is blend and buff out the rest, line, and come back to you guys and give you all my final thoughts. Okay, friendos, I'm back. I've got the liner on, of course, the lashes. Let's pick out something for my lips. This was right here and I'm in a rush, so let's go in. The best satin formulation of lipstick on the market has to be Valentino. Let's see, that marks the 537th time I've said this on my channel. Okay, maybe I haven't said it that many times, but I've said it a lot. I know you guys are probably getting tired of hearing it. So let's talk about the palette, shall we? The quality is there, you guys. If you are someone who enjoys that type of color story that's a little bit more natural, but still has that duochrome and that bling. If you are waiting for a Pat McGrath palette that is just ultra feminine, ultra flattering, you aren't wanting the most daring and most artistic of the Mothership palettes, I think this one is the one for you. I definitely think that the duochrome effect in there is gorgeous. I can't wait to play with this palette some more on my channel and see what other types of looks that we could come up with, because I only got to use about 6 of the shades and I really want to dive in and try out more. And friendos, thank you so much for clicking on this video and spending your time here with me. It definitely means a lot to me. I'm serious. I really want to hear from you guys. Did you guys luck out on the sale like I lucked out? Please let me know. Also, let me know what you think about this color story for a Pat McGrath palette. I feel like out of all of her other palettes, this one is the one that is the most distinct and different from the rest, because the rest have very striking color stories, whereas this one is a little bit more feminine and demure. I hope you all have a magical rest of your day. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you haven't done so already, because if not, we'll both have to live in the sorrow of never knowing what could have been. Alright guys, bye!